Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Today on the Hermitcraft server, we are in the process of adding a second wall to our Parthenon, as well as adding a roof. You know, there's some columnar adjustments that I'd like to make as well, just because I'm not sure that this second row of internal columns here, well, they're not really internal. They're still external columns, but they're interior to the front. They aren't popping the way I like. They're not balloony or corny enough for me. So we need to give them that real fresh pop that people expect from a Joe Hills build. Because, of course, Joe Hills builds everyone universally recognizes as the most incredibly talented builds. Now, please be patient with me as I place like 8,500 blocks very calmly in a linear direction, then very calmly turn around and then do it again. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to time skip all that. Time skip. Up on the rooftop, Joe, I've got some glass, and here we go. I have been making a layer of snow. No, white glass, actually, across here, trying to get a general framework for the roof of the Parthenon. Once again, I'm kind of thinking that those front pillars need to be replaced with bone block, but, you know, we'll figure that out. One thing that I kind of stumbled onto today, one of my Patreon patrons, Lauren Badger, shared a link to a screenshot of a tweet where somebody complained about the basilisk in Harry Potter not, when he bit Harry Potter, it didn't kill that Horcrux there. Wait, is it too early for Harry Potter spoilers? If you are worried about spoilers of the Harry Potter series, I guess skip ahead 5 minutes, because I'm about to read a response to that I posted on Twitter, that sometimes when you write a joke, people don't realize it's a joke, and there's a few ways that can go, but let's talk about that real quick. Let's pull up that little Twitter thread I posted. You know what? I'm gonna use a formal voice to give people a sense of how much gravity my words have when they read them on Twitter. When you guys hear me in a video, you hear me go like, "Oh, howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, tee-hee." But like over, in text, I come across far more gravitationally. So here we go. J.K. Rowling is apparently up late on UK radio right now, confirming that souls in the Harry Potter universe are linked to the body through an individual's hair. Next tweet. Voldemort's soul was mostly outside his body anyway, so he didn't need much hair. Parenthetically, his soul was mostly tethered to the Horcruxes. In contrast, as a half-giant, Hagrid was especially soulful and absolutely exuded hair. Potter's soul, being linked to Voldemort's soul as a Horcrux, regrew wicked fast each time it was shorn, because Voldemort's soul was literally pulling his hair out of his head. Only his mother's love allowed his follicles to magically regrow quickly enough to avoid baldness for the boy. Further, while most drugs or toxins will end up in hair follicles, the basis for the examination of hair before Quidditch matches, Fawkes's tears cleansed Potter's blood of basilisk venom before it could affect his hair and destroy Voldemort's Horcrux tethered there. This may be a timely attempt by Rowling to siphon attention from the Catholic Church's controversial teaching that dogs do not have immortal souls. It is now definitively clear that all mammals in the Harry Potter universe indeed have souls. The BBC presenter did not press her on the topic of birds. Anyway, so I've already got some responses from people being like, what? J.K. Rowling just needs to stop talking about this stuff. And that was not what I was expecting. I was expecting people to go, haha, what a funny Harry Potter joke. But as, I believe Bombs Fall on Twitter once pointed out, it's hard for anyone in the Harry Potter community to take the fandom seriously when there's a non-zero probability that J.K. Rowling will show up on the radio in 20 years and say, well, the Whomping Willow was always written to be a Presbyterian. So, I guess it's not surprising that people are just like, Joe, why doesn't this woman just let us enjoy her books? Instead of going like, Joe, what an amazing joke. And, you know, I actually used to run I was the editor-in-chief of the humor paper at my university. And if you guys don't have humor newspapers where you're from, they're like comedy parodies of real newspapers where you write fake news, like that's clearly goofy. The Onion is an example of this, commercially speaking. Although that's owned by the same like mega giant corporation that owns like a bunch of other stuff now. So it's less exemplary in that like the paper I worked for was like a college newspaper. So it's closer to, I don't know, Harvard has one of these. What do they call it? Is it the Lantern or I don't know, something. Anyway, my motto as editor-in-chief was sufficiently advanced satire is indistinguishable from actual news reporting. It seems that I have inadvertently struck a satirical vein here because people seem to not understand it's a joke. And you know what? That's okay. Because I want to encourage everyone to continuously reevaluate where they're getting their information from, if those sources are reliable. Because even if a source is reliable in general, it's always possible that they made a mistake about this. Whoa, is that ghast actually up in here? Well, no. Okay, good. In fact, if he was actually right there, that would have been a remarkably foolish strategy for me to pursue. And I cannot justify it. But that's fine. We need to figure out which of these tunnels has the best nearest exit to the outside, because I need to go outside now. Oh, is this an exit to the outside? What is this? Oh, this is the piston bolt. Dang it. Okay, so anyway, I need to go collect 16 buckets full of lava so we can cook some more sand into glass and continue working on the roof of our Parthenon. But yeah, I just wanted to encourage everyone to think a little bit about who you trust and where you get your news from, because independently verifying things is always going to be beneficial. And also, I need a map of this whole place, because I clearly shouldn't be trusting my own brain. If I can't trust my brain, y'all shouldn't trust my tweets. But you're welcome to use them as the starting point for evaluating things independently. And, oh, okay, that's a ladder. I was going to say, why do we have just a pit here? That seems dangerous. I'm really terrified that if I stop recording, I'll immediately die with all of my, I was going to say enchanted gear, but that's being very generous with myself. Okay, I think that I could probably fly safely down to that lava sea without dying. So let's go up here, and we're going to try and, you know, what do you call it, activate the elytra above land, so if it fails, we don't immediately die. Okay, good job. No immediate failures of the elytra. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a bunch of things in our hotbar here, so our bucket does not immediately dump things back into our inventory in a way that's likely to burn us or others to death. Like Cub Fan. Everybody loves Cub Fan. If I accidentally set Cub Fan on fire in the next 30 seconds, everyone will be like, Joe, you know you can't have these things in your hotbar. Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta hurt Cub Fan? You know, all he did was want the Chicago Cubs to win the World Series. And then also build a giant mega corporation. Whoa, okay, in terms of thoughts on the best way to proceed, I think I can, there we go. Okay, we're just gonna walk back. That's fine. We got our lava. We're on our way. Time skip. As you can see, the rear of our Parthenon is really coming together. I've gone ahead and set up those 6 interior pillars, which they're not the full interior pillars. There's actually pillars inside the building that we're ignoring at the moment. But there are 6 pillars that are not completely on the outside here, in the front and the back. I've decided to set these ones up in bone meal. I feel like that gives a little bit of a better contrast than the glass pillars there. Now, we've also done some work just in general on the roof, but I keep running out of glass because this is such a large structure. Let's go ahead and fly up there real quick so you can see my progress. See, we're slowly filling in this whole roof here, but there's a lot to do. So anyway, in order to actually finish this roof, we need to go ahead and put some more bone meal. Oh, that's a pit. Dang it. Yeah, luckily there's a way for monsters to jump out of the pit, as I am always prepared. So we're just going to take our glass here, and we are going to surround it, or we're going to surround some bone meal, and then it will do absolutely nothing. Precisely as it should, because what time is it? It's Hermitcraft Minecraft 1.14.1 time, as the kids would say, which means that we now have to make white dye from our bone meal before we can use it in constructing white stained glass. Boom. There we go. And we've unlocked new recipes, which is in some sort of book. Presumably there's other new things we can make in this, like minecart with TNT, emerald, cyan dye. I wonder what other wonders 1.14.1 has brought us. Apparently I can make a lever, so I'm probably going to make about 2,000 of those for all my redstone parts. But either way, we have what we need. Oh, to blame the 1.14.1 update for falling off a roof already. I'm sure that that was not my... Yes. Excellent. So anyway, let's go ahead and improve this roof a little bit more, and then we will go ahead and explore some of the wonders of 1.14.1. Time skip. In my pursuit of that exciting Minecraft 1.14.1 action, do I feel any lag? Scar writes. I try to feel all things in my heart at all times, but I only have 4 ventricles, so I don't prioritize feeling lag, and no lag has forced its way into my heart via a emergency... what do you call those needles that they stab into your heart when you're, like, dying? Via an emergency... well, we'll just say, automatic defibrillator. Via an emergency defibrillator. But I am also not doing anything too lag sensitive in the game. Sorry, Scar. Scarry. Anyway, so we're just going to come into here to iTrade. I need to buy a shelf of books so I can create a lectern, which will let me rewrite books in the game. So, whoa, here is a librarian, and as you can tell, they have changed a lot of things about how the trading menu works. This is far more intuitive, I'll tell you that. So what I want to do is I need to buy 2 of these bookshelves. And then we're going to take one of the bookshelves and we're going to break it to get books. Cool. Now I've got at least 1 feather and 1 ink. So I think I can make a lectern with, here we go, the bookshelf and a power tee of slabs. So then that lectern should allow me to edit a book. And this book is written with the specialist ink, the squid ink, now open in town. Of course, that doesn't rename the book and quill, now open in town. That's a shame. But I figure we'll take this book over to the Parthenon and give it a look, or elect, I don't know. We'll elect to look at the book on a lectern in a turn of phrase that can go on for days. Good Times with Scar went off with a bang. Oh, man. I hope he's okay. Wow, there is some lag. It took a while for that text to go through. Anyway, time skip. Wait, is it called a text when you... Is it texting when I write messages to Scar on the Hermitcraft? Anyway, time skip. One of the first things we're going to do with the 1.14.1 update is use the amazing new book features, like being able to copy and paste text. Oh, you can't text into the title. Patreon pals. Yes, sign and close. Oh no, I forgot to write the names of all the people. How am I going to fix it? Also, wait, is Scar messaging me? Joe, where are you? I have something cool to show you. I'm at World Spawn. Where are you? So, we can go ahead and we can drop this here while we wait for Scar. And I think if we put this here, how do we edit it? Wait, I thought this was going to let me edit the book. No. No. Okay, well, I clearly don't understand how these things work. This is exemplary of how the entire 1.14.1 experience is going to be. Okay, so apparently that is not how that works. I thought the whole point of the lectern, normally when I give speeches from a lectern, I'm frantically scrawling away in my notes to revise the speech as I give it. So I've apparently made the book ineditable forever. And that's the Joe Hills difference. So let's see what Scar has in store for us. Presumably he's going to fly here because there's no portal to get here. So keep your eyes on the sky for the scars and the stars. Okay, well, and also, yeah, I guess we should probably pick this back up. What's the proper tool for it? Wait, does it not, do you need an axe, or is it just going to work with anything? Okay, good, it does work with anything. So, oh, hey, there's Scar. Howdy. Wonder what Scar has. Whoa, is that a firework crossbow? Whoa. That is amazing. Whoa. Joe MG. That is, like, so cool. Clearly I need to figure out how to make a crossbow, you guys. I think we are going to ring in 1.14 with a smile, even though our books might need a while to get revised. And also, I'm glad Scar didn't kill me with the crossbow. Thanks, Scar. Well, our Parthenon is looking good. It'll only get better. And with friends of all shapes and sizes and all kinds of weather... Wait, the name of the crossbow is the Lag-O-Matic? Oh. Were you intentionally trying to lag me earlier? I'm curious now. This is so cool. Dang it. Joe Hills is not as good at flying as Scar is. I guess he's going to check out my Parthenon. If he made one, it would be called a Scarthenon. Did you know that? This is a work in progress. But at least it's working. New Parthenon, who dis? Bye, Scar. Is he flying back or is he flying away? I can't tell. Well, I guess Scar is heading out after testing the power of Concorp's new super weapon. No, he's heading back. You can never tell with him. He could be heading or tailing. He's like a coin. Two-faced. No, wait, most coins are one-faced. Well, I think Scar flew off, and this is as good a place as any to end the episode on a high note, high in the sky, with our Concorp friend saying bye-bye. So, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.